Most people think attraction is about looks, money, or status, but that's not why people stay interested in you. That's just what gets attention for a moment. Real attraction is deeper, and most people completely miss it. They try to impress, they try to be liked, they try to say the right things, and without realizing it, they make themselves less attractive, because the more you try to prove your value, the more it looks like you don't have it. Here's the truth no one tells you. Attraction is built in your habits. Not one big move, not one perfect line, but the way you behave every single day, the way you react under pressure, the way you carry yourself in silence, the way you handle attention, rejection, and uncertainty. People are constantly observing these small things, and from those small things, they decide how they feel about you. Respect, interest, curiosity, or nothing. And the scary part is this: most people are pushing others away without even knowing it. Not because they're bad people, but because their habits are weak. They react too fast, they care too much, they give too much, they chase too much, and slowly, without realizing it, they lose their value in other people's eyes. But the good news is, this is completely fixable, because once you understand the right habits, everything changes. You don't have to fake confidence. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. You just need to build behaviors that naturally make you more attractive. The kind of habits that create respect, curiosity, and strong presence without you forcing anything. In this video, you're going to learn 6 powerful habits that will change how people see you. Not surface level tips, but deep, practical habits you can actually apply in real life. And if you stick till the end, you'll notice something. Your mindset will shift, your behavior will change, and the way people respond to you will never be the same again. So don't just watch this casually. Pay attention, because one of these habits might be the exact thing that's been holding you back this whole time. And if you're serious about becoming someone people naturally feel drawn to, hit like, subscribe, and let's get into it. The first habit is this: control your reactions. And don't take this lightly, because this one habit alone can completely change how people see you. Most people think attraction is about what you say or how you look, but the truth is, it's about how you handle pressure, how you behave when things don't go your way, how you respond when someone ignores you, disrespects you, or challenges you. That's where your real level shows. Look around and you'll notice a pattern. People react instantly. Someone says something slightly negative, they get defensive. Someone doesn't reply, they start overthinking. Someone pulls back, they start chasing. These reactions are automatic, emotional, and predictable. And predictability kills attraction, because the moment people know exactly how you'll react, they feel they understand you completely. There's no mystery, no control, no strength. Now think about the opposite. Someone who doesn't react immediately. Someone who listens more than they speak. Someone who doesn't get triggered by small things. When they're challenged, they stay calm. When they're ignored, they don't chase. When something goes wrong, they don't panic. That kind of person stands out instantly, not because they're loud or trying to impress, but because they're stable. And stability is rare. This doesn't mean you become emotionless. It means you become disciplined with your emotions. You still feel everything: anger, frustration, disappointment, but you don't let those emotions control your behavior. You create a gap between what you feel and what you do, and that gap is where your power is. Start practicing this in small moments. When you feel the urge to reply instantly, pause. When you feel triggered, observe it instead of acting on it. When something bothers you, don't react right away. Give yourself time. That small pause might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's powerful, because in that pause, you're choosing your response instead of reacting automatically. Over time, this becomes your default. You stop reacting emotionally and start responding with clarity. And people notice it. They feel that you're not easy to shake. You're not desperate for reactions. You're grounded. And that grounded energy is attractive in a way that can't be faked. If this is making sense, like this video and subscribe, because this is where real attraction actually begins. The second habit is this: be less available, but more valuable. And this is where most people completely get it wrong. They think being always available will make them more liked, more appreciated, more attractive, so they reply instantly. They adjust their schedule, they prioritize others over themselves, they try to always be there, and instead of increasing their value, they slowly lose it, because value is connected to availability. The more available something is, the less special it feels. This applies to everything: time, attention, energy. When you give it away freely without any boundaries, people stop appreciating it. Not because they're bad, but because that's how human psychology works. Now, this doesn't mean you start playing games or ignoring people on purpose. That's not the point. The point is to build a life where you're naturally not always available. You have things to do. You have goals to chase. You have a routine that matters to you, so you're not sitting around waiting for someone to text you. When your life is full, your behavior changes automatically. You don't reply instantly to everything because you're busy. You don't overinvest early because you have other priorities. You don't chase attention because your focus is somewhere else. And that shift makes you more attractive without you even trying. People start noticing that your time is limited, that you're not always there, that you don't revolve your life around them. And that creates respect, because now your attention feels earned, not given. But here's the important part. This only works if it's real. If you're pretending to be busy while actually waiting, it won't work. It has to come from a place of genuine focus on your own life. Build your routine, improve yourself, stay engaged in things that matter, and naturally, you won't be overly available anymore. And when that happens, your presence becomes more valuable, because now, when you give your time or attention, it means something. It's not random, it's intentional. If you're getting value from this, like this video and subscribe, because this mindset will change how you show up in every situation. The third habit is this: speak less, but say more. And this is where most people lose their impact without even realizing it. They think attraction comes from saying the right things, being funny, talking more, keeping the conversation alive at any cost. So they fill every silence, they over-explain, they overshare details no one asked for, and in the process they dilute their own presence. Here's the truth: when you talk too much, your words lose weight. People stop paying attention, not because you're boring, but because there's no filter. There's no selectiveness. Everything comes out the same way. But when you become someone who speaks with intention, everything changes. Attractive people are comfortable with silence. They don't rush to fill every gap. They listen more than they speak. And when they do speak, it's clear, direct, and purposeful. That kind of communication creates impact, because now people feel like what you say matters. Think about it in real life. When someone talks non-stop, you eventually tune out. But when someone is calm, composed, and speaks only when needed, you lean in. You listen more carefully, because there's a sense of control in their words. And control is attractive. Now, this doesn't mean you become quiet or socially awkward. It means you become intentional. You stop speaking just to be heard, and start speaking to add value. You remove unnecessary words. You stop repeating yourself. You don't try to prove your intelligence or impress people with long explanations. You keep things simple, sharp, and confident. Another powerful shift happens when you stop over-explaining. Most people over-explain because they seek validation. They want others to understand them, agree with them, accept them. But the more you explain, the more it looks like you're trying to justify yourself. And that reduces your perceived value. Instead, say what needs to be said, and stop. Let silence do the rest. Silence creates space. It builds presence. It makes people think about what you said, and that's where your words gain power. Start practicing this in daily conversations. Notice when you're about to overtalk. Pause. Say less than you normally would. Let the other person speak. Get comfortable with short, clear responses. It might feel strange at first, but over time, it becomes natural. And once it does, people will start seeing you differently. You'll come across as calm, confident, and in control of yourself. And that kind of communication is naturally attractive. If this is making sense, like this video and subscribe, because this is a skill most people never develop. The fourth habit is this: focus on your purpose, not people. This is one of the biggest shifts you can make, and it has a direct impact on how attractive you appear to others. Because the moment you make people the center of your life, you start losing your own direction. Most people don't even notice when this happens. They start prioritizing others over their own goals. They adjust their time, their energy, their focus, all to maintain attention, connection, or approval. And slowly, Their own growth takes a backseat. But attractive people move differently. They have direction. They have something they're building. Whether it's their career, their skills, their body, their mindset, they are invested in themselves. And that creates a strong presence. Because now, their life has structure. It has purpose. When you're focused on your purpose, you don't have time to chase people. You don't sit around waiting for replies. You don't overthink every interaction. Your mind is occupied with things that actually move your life forward, and that automatically changes your energy. People can feel when someone has direction. It shows in how you speak, how you act, how you carry yourself. You're not desperate for attention, because your attention is already invested in something meaningful, and that independence is attractive. Another important point, when you build your life first, your standards rise. You stop accepting low effort. You stop tolerating inconsistency, because you know your time is valuable. You know what you're working towards, and that clarity protects you from wasting energy on the wrong people. This doesn't mean you ignore relationships. It means you don't lose yourself in them. You respect people, you connect with them, but you don't make them your priority over your own growth. Start building something, anything, a routine, a skill, a goal. Stay consistent with it. Let it become part of your identity. And once you do that, you'll notice something powerful. Your need for attention decreases, and your level of attraction increases. If you're still watching, like this video and subscribe, because this mindset will separate you from the majority. The fifth habit is this: stop seeking validation and build your own standards. And this is one of the deepest shifts you can make, because most people don't even realize how much of their behavior is driven by validation. They choose what to say based on how it will be received. They act based on what will get approval. They adjust their personality depending on who they're around. And slowly, without noticing, they lose their authenticity. Here's the problem: when your behavior is driven by validation, your confidence becomes dependent on other people. If they approve, you feel good. If they don't, you start doubting yourself, and that makes you unstable. And instability is not attractive. Attractive people operate differently. They don't wait for approval to feel confident. They create their own standards. They decide what they stand for, what they accept, and what they don't, and then they live by it. That consistency builds a strong identity. And when you have a strong identity, people respect you more, whether they agree with you or not. Think about it. When someone is always trying to please everyone, you don't take them seriously. But when someone stands firm on their values, speaks clearly, and doesn't bend just to fit in, you notice them. There's a sense of strength in that. Now, this doesn't mean you become arrogant or ignore feedback. It means you stop relying on external approval for internal confidence. You listen, you observe, but you don't change yourself just to be liked. You stay grounded in who you are. One of the biggest signs of validation seeking is over-explaining and over-apologizing. You feel the need to justify your actions, to make sure everyone understands you, to avoid any form of disapproval. But the more you do that, the more it looks like you're unsure of yourself. Instead, practice being okay with not being understood by everyone. Practice making decisions without needing approval. Practice saying what you mean without softening it just to be accepted. At first, it will feel uncomfortable, but over time, it builds confidence. Real confidence. The kind that doesn't shake based on other people's reactions. And once you reach that point, your presence changes. You stop chasing approval, and you start attracting respect, because people can feel that you're not trying to fit in, you're being yourself. And that authenticity is rare. If this is hitting you, like this video and subscribe, because this shift alone can change how people see you. The sixth habit is this: take care of your appearance and your energy. And don't underestimate this, because it creates the first impression before you even say a word. People notice how you carry yourself before they understand who you are. Let's start with appearance. You don't need to be perfect or follow every trend, but you do need to look clean, put together, and intentional. Your clothes should fit well. Your hygiene should be on point. Your posture should be straight. Your movements should be controlled. These small things create a strong visual signal. They show that you respect yourself. And self-respect is attractive, because if you don't take care of yourself, people assume you don't value yourself. And if you don't value yourself, why would they? Now let's talk about energy, because beyond looks, People feel your presence. Your energy enters the room before your words do. Are you calm or anxious? Grounded or restless? Confident or unsure? That emotional state is visible in your body language, your eye contact, your tone of voice. Attractive energy is calm, stable, and focused. It's not loud or attention-seeking. It's controlled. When you walk into a room with that kind of presence, people notice, even if you don't say anything. This comes from how you live your life. If your mind is always distracted, your body will reflect that. If you're constantly stressed, it will show in your behavior. But when you build discipline, through routine, through self-control, through focus, your energy becomes more stable. Start with simple things. Stand straight. Make eye contact. Move with purpose. Slow down your speech. Breathe properly. These small adjustments make a big difference. And over time, as your internal state improves, your external presence aligns with it. You don't have to try to look confident. You naturally become it. If you're getting value from this, like this video and subscribe, because this is how real transformation happens. Now bring all of this together. These 6 habits are not separate. They work as a system. When you control your reactions, manage your availability, speak with intention, focus on your purpose, stop seeking validation, and take care of your appearance and energy, you become a completely different person. Not fake, not forced, but naturally strong, calm, and attractive. And the best part is, you don't need to chase anything anymore, because when you build yourself at this level, attraction becomes a byproduct. People notice you, people respect you, people are drawn to you, because in the end, attraction is not about what you say, it's about who you are. If you made it this far, don't just watch this and move on, use it. Most people hear this kind of advice and do nothing, and that's exactly why they stay the same. So right now, make a decision. Pick one habit from this video and start applying it today. Not tomorrow, not later, today. Because real change doesn't come from watching, it comes from doing. If you're serious about becoming more attractive without faking it, hit like right now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because this is where you build real confidence, real discipline, and real control. And I want you to do one more thing. Go to the comments and type, "I build myself." Make that your standard. Make that your identity. And don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this, because most people are struggling with this silently. Now watch the next video on your screen, because this is just step 1.